Okay, so it's Poisebug, and this video is just going to be me reviewing some of the recent game updates that I have played so far. Here we go. So, starting off with Fortnite. Fortnite has recently been getting worse, in my opinion. Just the landing locations just seem to be getting worse, and I can't find anywhere to land. The guns just have been, like, unbalanced a little bit. Game modes have been getting bad. It's just Fortnite, I think. I haven't been able to get into Fortnite that much lately, but I've still been playing it just so I can have some good content like this. Fortnite does have some good upsides though. Like they are adding bots to the game, which I think could help a lot of people get better at the game and increase their skill level. But it's just tournaments and stuff like that make people want to get better, but they really can't. And like skilled matchmaking, I just feel like that hasn't been working that much, even though they have added it into the game. Because when I go into a game, I feel like I get matched with players that are way better than me. And then after like a couple games that I die in pretty quickly, I get into this game where I get matched up with a ton of really bad players. And I just am able to win the game. But that's different for higher ranking people. They get matched with crazy people all the time because they are the best of the best, obviously. But down low people, if they win one game, they're going to get matched with better competitors, which is good for them, but they're not going to learn if people just come and kill them instantly. They have to teach them how to play the game and what the goods and bads are on how to play the game. So, another thing I also wanted to touch on was the landing locations on the map. The most recent map of Fortnite. The only recent good landing spots, I think, are Starry Suburbs. There is Greasy, which I think is pretty good. There's Pleasant, Lucky, Lonely, and there's a couple more, but the bad places, I think, are one of the worst places, in my opinion, is Gotham. Gotham is just high buildings, it's really dark. The glider I think it gives you is way too big and you can't see anything. And just this entire Batman update has just been terrible this entire time it's been in here. But I do think a good thing about the Batman update is the grapnel gun. That is probably the only thing good about it, but it has also been pretty bad. Also, Retail Row is also really bad because of the zombies. If it didn't have the zombies and had like something else, I feel like it would be a whole lot better. But it just seems like you have to fight the zombies constantly. Then when you're getting in a build fight with another player, you're gonna get knocked down by the zombies. I just feel like they didn't have to bring zombies back at all anymore. Another thing I also want to talk about how the floating island is also pretty good. It does have good rotation. It's just I never really find a good chance to land there because it's always really contested and a lot of people go there. But that's just that game. That's just that location. But Starry Suburbs is really good. Even though it is kind of contested, not that many people land there if it's like a late spot. Plus, the stars can give you really good loot, considering you can get a gold tack SMG. But other than that, I think some of the landing locations are also pretty bad. Loot Lake, I just never want to land there because of just like the low gravity and like how you just can't see anyone inside of the low gravity. Um, but I feel like some of the other locations are pretty bad, but I don't want to go too far into that. Alright, game modes. So far, game modes have been lacking a little bit. They just have Zone Wars in there, and they haven't changed it since. Which, it makes sense, because the season is ending pretty quickly. But I feel like they could add a little more game modes into it. Just to mix it up a little bit, get rid of that Zone Wars. Plus, that little training course, it's good and all, but I feel like no one else is really playing it that often. And it's just is a waste of, like, game mode space. Also, Team Rumble, it's good for, like, challenges and stuff, but I wouldn't play it competitively and, like, go and try and get, like, the kill record on that. Also, arena modes just have been getting worse and worse with resetting points and how it's really difficult to move up in rankings, in my opinion. But also, I do want to talk about creative mode and playground. I think they should add more island spots, and when you do playground fill, you're able to go onto your own island. Because having to get a creator code and then posting in your island just is going to take way too long. And I just wouldn't see it being beneficial not being able to be on your own island in playground fill. But then creative's doing good so far. It's just some of the islands I can't really see me doing anything on them, like the Ice Lake Island. I'm probably never going to use that. But and I don't seem to be that creative enough to figure out game modes to do and make in creative. So it's not really my fault. But also I just think creative could have a little adjustments to make the game better. The last thing that I want to touch on Fortnite is just the guns in the game have been getting out of hand lately. Like, I can see how they wanted the guns to be balanced and all, but some of them can be more overpowered than others. Such as the TAC SMG kinda overpowers the other SMGs in the game right now. And so does the Scar. The Scar is probably always gonna be the best AR in the game, but they keep trying to bring in other ARs, like the Suppress Scar, which I feel like isn't gonna work out. The Suppress Scar just has too much bloom, and like it's just I could never be able to hit a shot unless I always used first shot accuracy. And I have been finding myself using like the AK and the infantry rifle lately, mainly because I'm just able to have more accuracy with that instead of just spraying with an AR hoping my bloom gets lucky and I can hit shots. Another thing is shotguns have been lacking also. Pump shotguns are good if you have like an SMG or follow-up weapon, but I know some people don't like to have follow-up weapons, so if you're using a pump, that's not a good idea. Tacs are just inconsistent with the amount of damage that they do to like body shot and headshot. Like the gold tac is gonna do like 195, which is the same amount of headshot damage as a green pump, which I just think isn't gonna be that well for tac situations and headshots. But I'm so happy they got rid of jump shotguns because jump shotguns just aren't gonna. They weren't really making it for me, and they just weren't the best guns. I feel like the shotgun that could balance everything out right now is the combat. It's fast firing, it has good damage, but you can also counter it with a good shotgun shot and an SMG. So that's my thoughts on Fortnite. maybe we can get into another game. And I was thinking the next game that I wanted to check on was Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So, what I think about Call of Duty Modern Warfare is that it is pretty good, but it could also be better in a way. But the thing is, I couldn't really find myself playing the beta of Modern Warfare that much because I was just too riled up in getting Fortnite challenges and stuff done, which I know is on my part, but I just think the weeks of Modern Warfare beta was just not enough for me, and it just needed to be a little longer. But another thing is the guns in the game. Right now it is not pay to win, but the guns in this game, I hope it does not become pay to win. So back to the guns. The guns, some of them are better than others, just like Fortnite. But I feel like more of them are like better and good, and then some of them are also really bad and could also be buffed in a way. And then also the game modes, I feel like were good if they just mixed the 2v2 alpha with the beta in the beginning. Like just mix them up. That would have made the beta a bit better, and you could actually do 2v2 instead of doing like the 10v10s or like whatever game modes like team deathmatch that you use. Also, the characters are kind of lacking in the beta, but I know they're going to add more like selectable styles and stuff. And I also feel like it's a little difficult to like understand the game mode's different descriptions. Like I'm not sure what the actual game mode is until I actually try it out, which I feel like could be a little better in the description portion of it. I also think that it is difficult to raise your level in Modern Warfare. Like, you have to get so much XP and so many kills just to get to level 10. And I'm not even at level 10 yet. I was only at level 7 last I checked. And I just really couldn't find myself getting into like a shotgun or an SMG. I could only find myself using like an AR or a sniper. And I love sniping in Call of Duty. Yet the only sniper I could unlock was the AX-50, which is my favorite sniper because it is a good one-shot sniper that you can use in Team Deathmatch and Free-For-All. And then the Ground War game modes are really fun with the 32v32. The only problem is that the tanks and vehicles could be toned down a whole bunch because every single time in the start of the game, I would go into the center and I would kind of just get absolutely destroyed by like a tank or something. And I don't want that to happen to other people, and especially me. I want to have a good experience playing the game and having fun instead of just getting destroyed by tanks. And another thing about Ground War is that it's just too chaotic in some portions. If you're alone in like a box, 10 people can all of a sudden roll up on you and just destroy you. But if you are a skilled Call of Duty player, you can take on some of them, but then you can also absolutely get destroyed sometimes. And then the big team modes, you can get a lot of kills and stuff, but it's also just a gimmick to get more XP, and it's not really for competitive purposes in any way possible. But that's gonna be it for my review video. I had a blast making it. I just felt like myself being able to express how I think about these games and how I've been playing them recently. And just being able to talk about it and give critique about it just makes me feel so good about making videos like this. And thanks to everyone who likes and who has subscribed to my channel. You have given me so much courage and so much more into making these videos. You have made me thank YouTube so much and how much I can really like people and and have good videos and make people like them. But that's not it for me making these types of videos. If you guys want me to play like a free PlayStation game that I can review, because I'm not going to be able to review like paid games because I'm not going to have enough money to play them. But if you do have a free game that I could play and review, feel free to leave it down in the comments and I can review the game. There is one game that I wasn't able to review in this video, and that was Minecraft. Me to review Minecraft and maybe do another review game. Please just leave a like, maybe subscribe also. I hope you guys really enjoyed the background games of me just playing some Fortnite and Call of Duty. I had really so much fun playing the games and reviewing them. And I hope in the future there are more games that I can review and stuff. And I know Modern Warfare, the full game, isn't out yet, so maybe when that comes out, I'll also do another review on it. But for right now, I just have to leave it to these two games and see what you guys think about these videos. And if you have any other video ideas, leave them down in the comments. But I'm going to have to leave it here. This is Poisebug, and this is the first video of review. Peace.